Today we're going to be taking a look at the CTEK universal battery charger. This charger is going to be designed to work with smaller 12-volt batteries, things like golf carts, your lawn and garden equipment, motorcycles, snowmobiles, trailer breakaway boxes, things of that nature. And coincidentally, those type of machines are usually used seasonally. I know from my personal experience, when it comes to all of our equipment down at the farm, our four-wheelers, things like that, you don't always get to ride them and use them as much as we'd like, or the weather doesn't permit. And it's usually a big pain because what tends to happen is whenever we do need to use it or start that piece of equipment up, it's always dead. And then you got to run around, try to pull batteries out of other pieces of equipment, put on a jump box, try to pull out some jumper cables. It's always just a big hassle. With this, all you'd have to do whenever you plan on letting that equipment sit or that battery sit is plug it in, and then whenever you need it, you're going to know and have that peace of mind that all you'll have to do is fire it up and it's going to work for you. So when it comes to these battery chargers or maintainers, I know I am, and a lot of other people can be a little hesitant to leave them plugged in for a long period of time, especially unattended. And that's what kind of separates this one from a lot of the other types. This one is going to have a 6-step charging process. And so whenever that battery is charged and doesn't need any more charging, this is going to stop. Unlike some of the other ones that really don't have a process of charging. They're just going to give it the power, whether it needs it or not, all the time. And so not only is this going to reduce the risk of an accident happening, but this is also going to prolong the life of your battery, prevent it from being over or undercharged, and potentially overheating and damaging it. So if you look on the charger, it's going to have 6 steps here, and that's going to let us know kind of what the charger and the battery is doing. So step 1 here, that's desulfation, and that's going to detect any sulfated batteries. And so what that's going to do is pulse the current and voltage, remove that sulfate from the plates, and restore the battery capacity. If it's all good there, it'll go right up to step 2. And the step 2 is going to pretty much charge with the maximum current until the battery reaches about 80%. Once it reaches that 80%, it'll move to step 3. And I want to mention our battery right now is at step 2. It was quite low. And so the LEDs that light up will indicate which position you're in. Anyway, that step 3 will be absorption. And so what that's going to do is it's going to charge with declining current. So it'll kind of taper the current off until the battery reaches 100%. That's step 4. That's going to analyze. So it's pretty much going to test the battery for you. If the battery's good and will hold the charge, it'll move on to step 5. If the battery won't hold the charge and the life is just gone, you just got a dead battery, it won't move past step 4. So that's nice. It'll kind of let you know if you need to keep carrying on trying to charge it, or just to quit wasting your time and go pick up a new battery. So step 5, it's going to be floating. So that's going to maintain the battery voltage at a maximum level by providing a constant charge. So that's just going to steady charge it. From there, step 6 will be the pulse. So that's going to maintain the battery pretty much at full charge, about 95 to 100% capacity. And at this point, this is more or less not going to charge unless it needs to. So it's going to keep a steady monitor on your battery, and if it kind of drops below that percentage a little bit, it'll charge it until it reaches 100% and turn off, and just keep monitoring it to make sure it needs to turn on or turn itself off. So the charger is going to have a couple different ways that we can hook up to our batteries. First way being the traditional style clamps that we're all familiar with. These will let you go from different battery to different battery, or even let a friend use it and charge up their battery. It is fuse protected, so that is a nice plus. And one thing that's really cool too is if you happen to have a battery you're not familiar with and the terminals are really tough to see or not labeled, or it's dark outside, something like that, and you do accidentally hook them up in reverse, so say you accidentally put the positive side on the negative battery terminal and negative on the positive battery terminal, the charger actually has reverse polarity protection. So if you do accidentally do that, you're not going to have to worry about damaging the charger or your battery. And the other way to use our battery charger is with the included Comfort Connect. So where our clamps plug in, all you do, unplug those, and set our clamps down. And if you move it down to the battery, it's going to come included with this Comfort Connect. And so you just put red wire on your positive post, black wire on your negative post. And this is designed to be left with the battery. That way it's always here. So it has a cap, unplug that, and just plug the charger into it. Then you don't have to deal with the clamps. If you ever have another machine or anything like that that doesn't have the Comfort Connect, then you can just unplug it, hook up your clamps, and charge that. But what's really cool about this Comfort Connect, if you do have multiple batteries or machines, you can actually pick these Comfort Connects up individually and put them on multiple batteries. So for example, down at my farm we have a tractor, a couple of four-wheelers. We have these on each one of the bikes, and so we kind of alternate the charging. For a week or until the next weekend when we go down, we'll plug this into one of the bikes, let it charge, come back down the next weekend, switch them out. It's really easy to get to. You don't have to really put a whole lot of thought into it. Now, something I do want to mention, because this could be useful to some of you, is that the one that comes included with this will have M6 size ring terminals. So that's how big they're going to be. In most cases, these will be appropriate. In some other cases, they may be too small. But if that is the case, if they're too small, they do sell larger ones that you can pick up with the same quick connect. These are the M8, and on our particular battery today, we actually use the M10. So you're going to have a handful of different choices, and you should be able to find one that will accommodate your battery. Whenever you're done with your charger, and you plan on putting it up for a while, it does actually come included with a nice little carrying bag. So you can just pop it in there, throw it in your toolbox or up on a shelf. You don't have to worry about losing anything. We can keep it all together in one spot. So overall, using the appropriate battery charger can really save you a lot of time and headache. It'll really help eliminate the need to replace those batteries every season and let you enjoy yourself or get your work done that much quicker.